Okay, we're live. It's a bit warm today here in Portland. Like everywhere else in the country, seems like every place is hot. And we're supposed to get even hotter this week into the hundreds. 4 days in a row of over 100 degrees. Ugh. We're just going to be dripping sweat nonstop. That's all right. Yeah, I was looking at his photograph and I figured out I got some things wrong here. So we're going to fix that real quick. This is actually like an island. It's a rock, but it's an island. Okay. And so this thing needs to come like that. That's all one piece. That's not this jagged rock that comes up. Hopefully I got that right. Yeah, on that. Oh, I'll be right back. I got to fill my thing because I'm going to be using that because it's really warm up there. Out through my secret exit. I think I might be able to finish this one today. I get off my rear end and do it. Let's do this. My fancy studio that I have here. Oh. More Prussian blue. And I got fan running right across. You probably could hear it in the background. Oh. And I have a bad habit of using partial tubes, and they're too expensive for me to be doing that. So I need to tighten up my act here just a little bit. Have a little glass of wine to relax and paint. Hey, Anthony, how are you doing? I was watching some of your YouTube. Looking pretty good there, bud. I'm super famous now. So this is actually one piece. There we go. And this is not another island. This is the same piece. It kind of comes down. The waves crash in there. So there we go. But what we're seeing is it's kind of like a shadow. It's kind of rugged rock, just pure rock. Add a little bit of white there. And this just is in the background. Get up here, like so. A little white. There we go. This rocky outcrop here. That's what you're seeing here. Yeah. All the seagulls, rocks. Now we're going to come in here and get that. And that comes over here. Wow. Now we're getting it. You'll be like Bob Ross at a place, and you're getting mobbed, and they're trying to pull your chest hairs out so they'd have a souvenir. Ah. I wonder if some people, when they get famous, they regret that they wanted that so much. I always liked the story of he was a person that was a famous voice. All I heard was his great voice, and he was one of those type of people that rolling toilet paper was the most important event of your life because he had one of those important voice. But he said he had the greatest job. They paid him an unreal amount of money, but nobody knew who he was. And he said, I could go in and out of grocery stores, no problem. So it was awesome. Waves crashing in here. I was looking at different photographs of this this area here. Sometimes you need to look at different photographs too, just kind of get, okay, that's, like a slightly different view so you can see how the rocks or something like that fall into place. And that's what I did, and it paid off because I was able to understand it a little better. Still think it would have been kind of cool to go back and meet like Bob Ross or somebody like that. Okay. We'll start working on those seagulls. Yeah. All right. Step back. I have to be up again early in the morning, so I'll be hightailing it after I finish with this to beddy time. I didn't sleep hardly for crap last night. It was kind of warm, plus, I don't know, I don't know what the problem was. Like the sleep switch would not kick in, I had that happen. I've been sleeping pretty good, but not last night. It was like, we're going to be one of these nights. Wake up, have a weird dream, then wake up again. Oh, wow, that's really cool. Oh, that's really cool. Was she nice? Everything? looking like it's supposed to. Spray down. Is that I've got a fan going. You can probably hear it. And you can even see how the mist moves that direction. I need to constantly spray that water down. I love about acrylic. Oh, I got a question for you on your YouTube. Are you using oil or acrylic in the house? I didn't catch. Oh, that's cool. That's cool. I always hate it when you hear of somebody that's, not necessarily she was famous, but somebody who's famous and you found out they're an absolute turd. You know, you're like, oh, so much for the image I had of you. Oh, wow. You do have a distinguished voice. You do. Definitely. I just have a loud one. Hey, Mavis. Ah, good to see you here. Gotta work on these seagulls too. I'm gonna add a little bit of carbon black here. You've heard me say it several times, Anthony. I always get amused with the snobs that just downplay oil, acrylic. You know, there is absolutely nothing wrong with oil, but there's nothing wrong with acrylic either. You know, it's just kind of interesting to me. Oh, it's not oil. You know, it's just like, not too bad. Yeah. I got one guy really, it was so funny. He said, oh, these are just beautiful. You know, says, yeah, I'm just not a fan of acrylic. I love the oil that you use. And I said, well, this is actually acrylic. He just looked at me and said, yeah, it's acrylic. Yeah, yeah. It's a rocky beach, what this is here. A lot of rocks. Just going to kind of make it feel like it's rocks here. It's kind of doing the texture thing here. Oh, it really has. It really has. You're right. I remember when you used to use acrylic before, it was kind of flat, but not so much anymore. kind of is sandy there, and it's, but you can tell there's thin water over the top of it. So we're going to get that reflection going on into that here too. Yeah. Okay, coming in with a brush. I think we need a little more yellow. Boy, I'm getting low on all paints. I'm gonna make golden happy here. So you can see, oh, we can't. I'm gonna move this camera back just, or actually just do this. There we go. There we go. Instead of move the whole thing. Just want to just bring it down because you can tell the beach is wet there. There goes seagulls too here. Driftwood here. Okay. We're going to add a little bit of that color here, even though it's not totally in the photograph, but just makes it warm up a little bit. Sometimes you have to cheat with paint, you know. We'll come back in here and we're going to do a little bit of work on all those seagulls. Clean them up just a little bit here. Waves here at the end. Yeah. I know some people, well, like Angie is awesome with animals and stuff. But yeah, I think it actually adds the movement too. Okay, let's get those seagulls. What brush do I want to use? I think this one. It's got all these new brushes. All excited. Okay. Let me find my tiny brushes here. Oh, I have a whole new set of them. Ooh, there's one. No, I set one in here. Disaster area over here. That will probably work. This guy up here. Take a look at that one closer. Do. Such an interesting creature. I think birds in general are an interesting creature. Move this over. I'm going to flip right over it. I think I get in the way of the camera. Well, I found like adding people too. I started finding it was much easier just to freehand the people than trying to trace it all in. And I found that like when I was doing the city scenes and having people on the street, what I do is I very carefully, when I try to take a picture of a scene I actually will wait until somebody's crossing the crosswalk or something like that. So I can incorporate them. It's not like it's going to be an exact likeness of these people, but it's nice to have it. And then what I can do is then I get the proportions better too, because I did that. I can remember I was in St. Thomas, which is down the Virgin Islands, and they had a bay. I can't remember the name of the bay, and we were out there, and big pelicans would just land right next to you. It's like they're a huge bird. Also, whoosh! You're like, well, hey, I'm standing right here. Yeah, well, I thought just taking a picture of them and just sketching them in freehand actually helped, because before I always struggled with that, and then suddenly I think they kind of came out. It's just like instead of but I'm not a portrait painter. That's not. I'm more of a landscape architecture, space scenes, as you know. Yeah, but not really a portrait painter. I know some people are just amazing portrait painters, and I know some people are surprised by that, but that's just how my brain works. I struggle to get the exact likeness of somebody. And it's amazing when you're doing like a portrait, if you're off on the jawline at all, boom, it's hardly even to recognize the person. And I have a couple of friends that are really good at portrait painting. Yeah, I think I'm going to go with a different brush than that. Ah, there we go. That's the brush I'm looking for. Put that back in the water. And you'll notice that in the art world, there is almost like two different categories. Every once in a while, you have one that does the full shebang. But a lot of times you'll find that that's kind of true. One that does portraits and other ones that do the other things. And there's those ones that do absolute, almost mirror image of the photograph, you know, and Okay. Starting to close there. Oh yeah, we're gonna get done with this one today. Yep. We'll work on these. Like I said, it doesn't have to be perfect, you know. I just kind of a tiny brush. These guys. Yellow beaks. Yes. Take a look at these real close. Yeah, I've got quite a few, as you know, quite a few lighthouse paintings now, and so I just want to take a look at one thing real quick. Bear with me. Yeah. Okay. Good. It's interesting to have like a trim around their wings. Kind of get the highlights of them. Like I said, I don't want to get over carried away here. It's not a photograph; it's a painting. Pretty much got the seagulls here. Clean up there, I see. It's funny. You look at it and you keep seeing, oh, I need that. Oop, nope, nope, not yet. He needs a little work. He, she, whatever it is. It'll be pretty aggressive too, I know that. Especially if you got a little bit of food. Okay. Call that. Good. That'll work. Okay. Water. You add water to clean up those edges a little bit. At least that works for me. Okay. Man, let's add. Coming in here with unpronounceable blue. Second here. Find it. There it is. Lots of white. I think I'm actually going to bring out white here. I get my white in big tubs here. Golden! Flop that over here. I need clean white. We'll get done. I know you're quite the night owl, Anthony. I've always wondered, like I said, if I didn't have to be somewhere at a certain time, I always wondered what my natural schedule would be. sloppy area here. No, Leighton, when he joins us, Leighton is really a night owl. I'll even see him send me a text at like 3 a.m. I know he hasn't gone to bed, and I'm about ready to have to get up. Okay, back in here, the brush. Mix that, and that. We're gonna get done. We're gonna do it. Or Bob Ross would scare his producer because they had to have it done in 30 minutes, and all of a sudden, right at the end, he's going to add a new tree. And said, no! Always got it done. I always thought it was amazing. He rehearsed every one of those. Like I said, you see the calm Bob Ross, but you didn't realize how much that guy worked, at it. That's just really cool that you got to talk to his wife. That's really cool. Oh, it is. Yeah. Behave very, very similar to watercolor. Okay. Bob Ross, in a way, is kind of like Julia Child. He kind of pioneered the whole thing. I know you had was it Alexander before him, but it was really Bob Ross that was kind of a pioneer to that. Saw an opportunity and they took it. I think that's what's a shame today is that there's so many, they have all their algorithms and all that stuff that it makes it hard for somebody to break in. But Bob Ross did a lot of work. He really did. Come back here, see a little bit of slop that I kind of need to clean up. We're going to call this one here pretty soon. This one too is really sloppy. A little bit of white. Got my Beethoven shirt on. Da-da-da-dum. White. I can't believe it's already Wednesday. Excuse me, goodness. He has more seagulls in his photograph, but we're getting the gist of the photograph. Okay. Yeah. Well, Alexander. I understand there was a little bit of animosity by him, a little bit towards Bob Ross, but now. Things here. Chimneys here. Like a fence that goes down here, but we're just going to just barely touch on that. And let me take a look here. Yeah, I need to do that too. Change brushes for that. We'll make it down to the wire, but we'll make it. Brush here. I go through a lot of brushes. Just a hint of yellow to that. Okay. Call it here. Okay. Let's take a look. I think that does it. Yeah, I think that's it. Gonna get the great signature here. Oh, yeah. Oh, that's a wrong brush. I don't want that brush. It's too small. There we go. That's the brush. Mike. Trap. And the famous thumbprint. I don't know how famous it is, but it's maybe somebody will chop my thumb off when I die and they'll have it in a museum someplace. That's when I know I really made it. There we go. Yaquina head Lighthouse, based on photography by Rick Luton. And I hope I'm pronouncing his name correctly, but there we go. So thank you so much for joining me. Take care, stay healthy, stay safe. I should be back on tomorrow at 8 o'clock. I'll probably be doing Empire, again. So the endless painting. So take care, seriously. Thank you to all those people that are keeping everything going. Take care. All right. Whoa! Yaquina head. Thank you. Thank you, Anthony. And it's Yaquina, not Yaquinta. Yaquina. There's no T in that.